Happy Monday, beach bums. What's going on? Hope everybody's having a good day. Let's see if looks like YouTube is sending out the notifications. So we'll let everybody gather in as we usually do. So I'll just kind of chit chat and fill a little time until we kind of get our group in here. So thank you again for those that are able to make it. I know not everybody's able to make these things. I know many people watch them on the replay. So those of you that are watching this on a replay, thank you for watching the replay as well. So, and as I always say, again, as we're waiting for people to come in, as I always say, those in the live, obviously will be asking their questions in the live chat, and I'll be answering them in the live chat. I'll make sure to try to bring up the questions, even when they get answered or by somebody else, just so that people watching on the replay will also get that information, so you don't miss out on watching in the replays. And of course, when you're watching on the replay, if you have any questions, ask them in the comments down below, and I'll answer them as well. So again, just because you're not able to make this live stream or any of these live streams that I do, I want you to know that I want you to still ask your questions, and I do want to try to answer them for you. So again, as I see, just people are still pouring in here. So let me look over and see what's going on. We had some early people in here. April, of course, my moderator, she was in here early. Mary and Robert Burns were in here early. We were just chit-chatting. So Noe, who's, you'll see the screen name is Deported Photographer. Noe and I just recently connected. He is he's a local in Ensenada, but he's from the States and relocated down there. He's starting up a new tour business, and has this it's called Brews and Views, Tacos, Brews and Views tour, which is kind of cool and unique. So he's kind of starting out, and so I haven't had a chance to meet him personally, but hoping to get to meet him here soon. So he's in here in the chat. I see Eric. Eric Groves in here. Jessica Romero's in here. Say hello. Have you ever cruised on the Princess Cruise since I have not, Eric. So we're waiting for the people to come in. I'll go ahead and answer that question. I have not. I'll be honest with you. Everybody knows, those that have been following me for a while, I've been very loyal to Carnival, and haven't really. Not that I've tried those other ones that can say anything negative about them, but I'm one of those types is like, hey, you know what? I don't have a reason to change at this point, but I'll never say never, right? If I told you that I hadn't looked at the Royal Cruise that goes down there, the Princess Cruise and stuff like that, just to get some variety and things like that, but price wise, Carnival just beat them. So to me, especially, cruising solo for the most part. Yeah, I know my buddy Evan cruises with me and this and that, but cost is a big issue. And when I looked at their prices, they weren't any cheaper. So I thought to myself, I'll go with what I know. So hope that answers your question, Eric. If I get a super, and I probably have a little announcement later. And that's why I wanted to address this Princess question. I do have a little announcement. I'll talk about it here, maybe midway through. That might kind of give you a little more context on that. So, hey, Andrew, welcome and thank you for the video. Absolutely. Always love making the videos. Hey, Terry Williams, welcome in. I love making the videos. I tell people that all the time. You're welcome, Noe. No problem. First time subscriber, David Winston. Well, thank you, David. Appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate you being here in the live stream. And hope you, if you haven't watched the videos, hopefully you will watch them and enjoy them. I like to have these. I love the Carnival. I've been doing a wedding with my friends and the Princess. That's why I was asking. Okay, yeah, I'll tell you. One of my friends was on the Royal ship, and they sent me some pictures and videos, and it's beautiful. Their Lido deck is absolutely gorgeous. What I'm kind of bummed about, and again, I'm not a big, huge food guy. Those that know me, like I'm not a very picky eater and this and that. But one of the things that was kind of concerning, and I don't want to kind of go off topic here. We're talking about Royal and stuff, but talking about the options on Royal weren't as plentiful as you would, let's say, have on the Radiance and stuff. So, hey there, cruising couple, what's going on? Welcome in. How's Ensenada at the end of August, beginning of September, if you remember? Ah, Jessica, that's a great question. I did go in mid-August. And I know September I didn't cruise because I went to out here. I cruised out of Miami last September. In August, I feel like it was very nice. I feel like it was nice and warm. Um, I have a video from that time. Maybe you can watch it. I'd probably have to watch it to recollect, but maybe just check out that video and see. But from what I recall, it was pretty nice. Living life to the fullest. 1, 2, 3. What is the weight restriction for the ropes course? I don't know off the top of my head. If you haven't seen my video on that, I know I went to the ropes course and showed it. I may have put the camera on, if I remember correctly, because I remember somebody else asked me this question, and I want to say it was like 250 pounds. But if you watch that video, I have a video on it where I went up to the ropes course area. What's that called? Anyway, the sports square. And anyway, I think I'm almost positive I zoomed in on the rules, so maybe you want to check that out. If somebody else knows, but I want to say it's around 250 pounds. I have a cruise on 224 to Ensenada. Oh, you're on my cruise. That's the one I'm on here in a few days as well, Katrina. Cool. So I get to meet you in real life. Hopefully you'll come to the meet and greet I'm hosting and the bar crawl I'm hosting on Saturday. You don't have to come to both, but if anything else, if you see me on the ship, please say hello. Hey, Brian. Hello, honey. I took my first cruise 30 days ago. I still show no points or info in my Carnival account. I sent a support ticket. It's been 30 days. Is this normal? No, that's not normal. Other than the fact that it's your first cruise, and I'll probably ask some of the first-time cruisers here if they've had a similar issue. People that have gone, just the first time recently. I could tell you that for me, no, I see it within a day or so. So that's not normal. Did you? So you sent a support ticket. Did you send an email to guestcare@carnival.com? Let me know who you contacted, but that's who I would reach out to. On top of the ship, there's a red, white, and blue thing. What is this, and does it have a purpose? Oh, the funnel. That's the I guess for the exhaust or whatever. It's the smokestack. The funnel. If that's what you're talking about, the big old whale tail. Is that what we're talking about? I don't know if you can see it. I have one of the little drink thingies there, but yeah, that's what that's for. Beautiful weather. Okay, yeah. Oh no, he's a local, so he'll tell you. Yeah, beautiful weather. For the person, was it Jessica that was asking about the weather in August? So he's saying beautiful weather at that time. So there you go. What about the Bahama cruise on Carnival? Are they good, Eric? I've done those a few times, and they're great. I've done the Bahamas on the Conquest, the Sensation, which I believe is no longer around. So yeah, I love them. Listen, if I lived closer to that side, those are the type of cruises I would be doing. These are just easy and convenient, but the Bahamas, man, yeah, that's definitely another level. Dion Simmons says, going on the Radiance this Friday for my 50th birthday. Well, Dion, I'll see you there. I'll be there on Friday as well. So please say hello if you see me on the ship. And I don't know if you're attending the meet and greet or bar crawl, but if not, feel free to join us. I'm 265 on a good day. I did the ropes course. Okay, yeah, maybe it's a little higher than 250. Maybe it's, but okay, good to know. On a good day, I like that. Hey there, the time. What's going on? Hi, Ani. I'm cruising March 31st for the 3-day. That's right. Just saw that you had booked that recently. It's hard. It's hard not to book those things. The whale tail. I think that's what they were referring to. April, yeah. Andrew saying going in April to Ensenada. Anything I should know or be prepared. Wow, that's a big question. Of course, Andrew. I don't know if you're in my Facebook group, my bigger Facebook group, or any of the roll call groups. But yeah, I would say make sure if you're not in a roll call group, join your roll call group if you're on Facebook. That's a good starting point. And if you're on Facebook, join my Facebook group. Tons of information in there. So it's not something I can answer right now because there's so much information. And joining this live stream is a good way to just listen to some of the conversation and learn. But I would say to be prepared, join your roll call group and then come join my Facebook group where I already have a ton of information uploaded into the files and features section that you can kind of go through. And of course, if you would like to watch the videos, I have a ton of them on the Radiance and Ensenada. So Yeah, that's the whale tail. Yeah, that's I think that's like an exhaust. I don't know. That's a maybe somebody more mechanical can answer that question. Ken Tram, love the videos. Hey Ken, welcome in. Love the videos. First time taking my kids, 6, 7, 9, 10, in the beginning of October. All they care about is beach bumming. Well, I love beach bumming too, and playing in the sand. Anything at Ensenada or Catalina. I tell you, you're better off having your beach day in Catalina. Um, you you're going in October. I love cruising in October. I sound like a broken record when I talk about this. I love cruising in October. So the weather will be nice. Pacific Ocean water is always on the cooler side, but kids, man, they're built differently. They don't care. When my kids were younger, probably around that same age, I have 3 girls, but around that same age, when we went, we did the Descanso Beach Club. There was like an excursion, and we did a beach day there at the Descanso Beach Club. There's also like a little beach area right by where, if you don't want to pay for an excursion, you could just go to. There's like a little beach area right next to where the shuttle ferries come in, and I would say let them play there if you wanted to. But I definitely say Catalina, because the closest beach to the port in Ensenada is Playa Hermosa, and Noe's in here, and he can maybe speak to it better than me. He's a local tour guide there, but you'd have to go a little bit further south. I guess it'll be south, yeah, to get to the beaches that where, I would say you'd probably feel more comfortable with the kids being in the water. That Playa Hermosa has been shut down a lot of times due to contamination. So again, I'll let Noe, who's in here as a deported photographer, maybe give a little more insight on that. But thank you for being in here, Ken. Hey, Blaine, what's going on, buddy? Speaking of guest services, I wish more would contact them instead of John Hill every time someone farts wrong. Yeah, I know. I agree. All right. April says, how's the weather in June for Ensenada? I'll tell you, I mean, in Ensenada, I think it's going to be a little bit different weather than like in Southern California. Growing up in San Diego, I can tell you, there's the May gray and then the June gloom. So you never know what you're going to get. At least in SoCal. But Ensenada might be a little bit better. Again, I'm going to defer to Noe, who's our resident Ensenada expert, and maybe he can help speak to the June weather. You're welcome, Eric. No problem. Happy 50th. Yes, absolutely. I'll get to say it in real life if I see you there, Dion. How's the weather in April? In Ensenada or in Long Beach in Southern California? Again, I will defer to. I've been there in April, but I couldn't even tell you. I know in Southern California it tends to be on the cooler side, but no, if you could help answer Andrew's question, that would be great. Sam Cox, do you know what table games are played at the casino? Hi, Sam, welcome in. Do you know what table games are played? I know they have poker, different variations of poker, like Let It Ride, blackjack, Texas Hold'em. I don't play a lot of tables. I'll be honest with you. Slot machines give you a lot more points, so that's where I spend my time in the casino. So I saw my friend Kathy in here. Hello, Kathy. I'm glad I get to finally see her again in March. Her and some other friends I've cruised with pretty often in the past. I'm excited about that. But Kathy, any other table games that you could think of that I'm not off the top of my head? I know like those ones off the top of my head. Oh, Katrina says it's her 50th birthday too. Awesome. How will the weather be on the boat March 6 to 10? On the boat, it's probably going to be on the cooler side. When you're out there on the water, and I'll tell you, for those of you that are probably new to my channel or new to engaging with me, weather questions are really tough for me. I tell everybody 2 things. One, especially in Southern California, on the Southern California side, it's unpredictable. I grew up in San Diego. I remember going to like Thanksgiving and Christmas in t-shirt and shorts because it was really warm. And then I remember times where it's cold and rainy and this and that. So it's really hard to. I tell everybody this: wait till it's closer to your cruise date and check weather.com. Really, that's the honest answer. Anything else, everybody's just kind of guessing, and it's no different than what you would find, if you were to go to weather.com right now and do a, hey, what's the average temperatures? Well, we all know the average temperatures, and things have been so weird weather-wise. So it's not a question I usually dive into a whole lot because. And then the other thing is when people ask if it, like somebody was asking earlier about, like, is it cold or not cold? Well, that's all relative, right? I mean, there's people that come from the Midwest where for us, and I'm in Arizona, or people from Southern California, it's freezing when it's 50 degrees or 60 degrees. Well, for somebody coming from the Midwest, that's actually really nice and warm. So I don't spend a lot of time, honestly, on weather or temperature questions. That's usually the answer you get. I'm not trying to be curt or short, but it's just you just never know. I always encourage people to just check closer to your trip. Hi, Robert Pensky, welcome in. What are the differences between the 3-day Ensenada cruise on the Radiance and the Miracle? Different vibe, different food, entertainment. Well, Robert, I have not been on the Miracle, so I'm going to rely on my friends here in the chat that maybe have been on both ships to help answer that. I could tell you the 3-day on the Radiance is definitely more of a party atmosphere, very as far as food and entertainment, I don't know again what the Miracle has during that time or but from a vibe perspective, I could tell you that the Radiance definitely on a 3-day is definitely more of a kind of booze cruise party vibe. So Michael Ashley says, honey, my birthday cruise group on May 12th is now a total of 23 cruisers. Pretty much everyone in the roll call group now. We're all excited. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, I noticed that the group has grown quite a bit here, and I hope you have an amazing birthday. Again, as I told you in my message, that it's a bummer that worked out, that it was Mother's Day weekend, and then I'm going to Cancun the following weekend. So it was a done deal. It was definitely on my radar to do. And then somebody reminded me, hello, that's Mother's Day weekend. How'd you get a pass from the wife? And I'm like, oops. And then of course, then the Cancun thing came up. So it was a double whammy. Beautiful hot weather in June, says no week to April. So for Ensenada, so that's good. Great info. Thank you. You're welcome, Ken. Absolutely. Booked a stateroom, one with a balcony. What do? There should be a letter with that. Yeah, I'm thinking they have like categories like, I don't know, 1A, 5C, whatever. So there might be a letter with that, but those are codes, and I can't remember if it's like higher to lower is better. I don't know who you booked that through, if it was through Carnival or your travel agent or whatever. They would know. Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. What those categories actually mean. I wouldn't recommend Playa Hermosa, for the same reasons. Always have contamination issues there. Okay, yeah, thank you, Noe. That's what I had heard. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to give it a bad rap, but I mean that's just a general thing that I've heard from many others. So absolutely. Do you recommend any other beaches? I know you were at a beautiful resort just recently, and I know in the past I did a resort. I can't remember the name. I think I told you when we chatted privately what the name of the resort was that we did a long time ago when I went with my wife and kids and stuff. And we did, I can't remember the name of it, but it was really nice. You're welcome, Dion. Lovely Grace and I just booked our stateroom for the Radiance October 2024. Very cool. Awesome. Cruising couple, Robert, yes. Miracle's a different, oh, that's right. Yep. The cruising couple's been. Miracle's a different vibe, totally different ship, different entertainment, only one specialty restaurant. Nick and Nora's, no shacks. Okay. Andrew, weather is cool in 70s in April. Okay, perfect. Hey, what's going on, Eric? Welcome in, buddy. Party on the Sea. What is your Facebook group called? David, I'll drop a link. I have two of them. I have the one main one, which is my Carnival Long Beach group. I'm going to drop that link in here. And then I'm going to drop the link into a newer one I just made recently, and that's for Ensenada Cruisers, just kind of giving that its own thing. So you'll see those now. I just dropped them in the chat. So, David, if you look down, you'll see the links. Just click on them, and it'll take you to those two groups. All right. The Porter photographer, no, he says, this is very true about weather. I feel like it's always beautiful, but we have sudden rainstorms that come in, and that can cool us down quickly. Yeah, and I mean, the weather is going to be similar, but in Southern California, it's even worse in the sense of just being super flaky, and so really hard to tell. Table games. Thank you, Kathy. Table games include WPT, 3-card poker, Fun 21, and Let It Ride. So for the person, sorry, I forgot who it was asking about table games. There you go. Mary says, I'm planning to pack layers. Yeah, that's the other thing. And you'll hear that from many people that have cruised out here in Long Beach for a long time, packing layers for sure. I'm from Vegas, so I know the weather would be much nicer in San Diego or Ensenada. Yeah, that's definitely different. Born and raised in SoCal, the Pacific. She has a mind of her own. She acts up when she feels like it. Almost unpredictable. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's not just the weather, but that's unpredictable. Is the seas are unpredictable. Right now, the current cruise that's out right now is going to miss Catalina again. So this has been happening on a regular basis. As you guys probably know, I'm the admin in many of these roll call groups, just so I can have all this information, right? To share it with you here, share it in the Facebook group, share it in my YouTube videos. So I just saw that they posted today that they're going to miss Catalina on this Monday through Friday journey. So yeah, you're very right, Julie. That's very true. Terry says, I just booked on the Radiance for October 23rd through 27th and December 22 through 26th. Very, very awesome. You're going to love it. Thank you, CK Cruiser and Beach Life, for your help. Oh, you're welcome, Sam. That was the poker question, or the table games question, right? Terry, congrats. You're welcome, Sam. Michael, I should have a wonderful time. How? Oh, I think that wasn't completed. Okay. Thanks. It'll be number 4, number 5 times for me. Awesome. How do I use a rate code during booking for a free cruise? How do I use a rate code during booking for a free cruise? So you would need to do that through depending on who you use. Again, as I mentioned earlier, if you're booking directly through Carnival or Carnival PVP or through a travel agent, that's when you would use that rate code that's given to you. So yeah, this is probably a good time for me to just go ahead and announce this. I get a lot of these type of questions. I think a lot of people have make an assumption that I'm a travel agent. And I think a lot of them think that because I do the roll call groups and do all these things that I'm doing it because I'm a travel agent and I'm trying to promote my business, which, and then they find out I'm a YouTuber and they think, oh, you're doing that to promote your YouTube. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I do it because I love cruising. I love helping people. I've said that a million times and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole again. But with that said, people have asked me, do you have any plans to be a travel agent? Are you considering being a travel agent? And I had a tough time with it because I interact with people so many times, and a lot of people that I've noticed are not booking with travel agents. It's amazing to me how many people I spoke to that are just calling Carnival directly and booking, or going to the website and booking directly. And there's definitely value in either using a travel agent or a PVP, right? I booked on my own. I've done all three. But with stuff like this, right, it's always nice to have somebody that knows what they're doing. So with that said, as of today, I partnered up with a friend of mine who actually got me into cruising. She and her boyfriend at the time, and another couple. I was the fifth wheel on the Carnival Radiance in August of 1999, and so I've known her for close to 30 years or whatever it is now. So it's somebody I know, I trust. She's been in the hospitality business for a long time, switched over to become a travel agent not too long ago. She's been focusing mainly on like wedding planning and Disney cruises and things like that. She does, book Carnival and all the other cruise lines, but her focus, she really loves, her passion was with Disney and wedding planning and things like that. So anyway, she started her own travel agency business and has brought me on board to be her partner in that. So I actually just signed up today to take the classes and all that stuff. So more to follow on that, but I figure this is a perfect time to announce that. Again, listen, I don't want there to be that stigma, right? Because I've said it a lot of times that, Hani's doing this to promote his YouTube channel. Oh, now he's doing the two are not interlinked, and those that know me. I'm not trying to benefit or profit off of this in any way, but hey, why not, right? If it's more for me, just because I haven't been getting good deals, that was really the basis behind it, is that this allows me, and this goes back to the question I was asked to me earlier about would you do Princess and this and that. Well, now if you do like the Princess courses, you get a free Princess cruise. So yeah, there's a good chance I'm going to go on Princess. So it was really done for my benefit, but having somebody that I know and trust to kind of handle the travel agency part of it, because my other concern was, hey, what, if I'm out cruising, I want to make sure there's somebody else that can help the people. Those that know me, I'm very passionate about whatever I do, so I want to make sure I do it right. Anyway, more details on that later. And there's the announcement. All right, let's get into this. Looks like it's going to charge me. With that said, I would definitely tell you to reach out. If you want to reach out to me, I don't know who you're working with. If you want to reach out to me privately, Brian, I'll get you connected with my friend, because I'm still going through the training, so I can't help you personally, but I can get you connected with my business partner, and she can help you out. I don't know the answer to it. So Brian, if you have a way to reach me through social media, please do so. All right, Edward says, if there's a missing port for NCL, will I get some money back? I know normally NCL will give some future cruise. I don't know. I'm sorry, Edward. I don't ever cruise Norwegian, so unless somebody else in here knows that answer, I wouldn't be able to answer that. I apologize. Robert, bonsai sushi on the Miracle is very small. Walk-up counter, very small. That's right. I did see that. Yeah, it's almost like an afterthought. Deporter Photographer says, and anything south of the port towards Lago Fedora is great for beaches, and north in Cebollas Del Mar, but unfortunately nothing close. Yeah, there's a place, Noe, I was looking at, and it might be that one. Is that you're referring to? I actually have. I made a list of things that I want to go vlog in Ensenada. Let me see. I'm gonna just real quick. Sorry, I know I'm way behind, but I thought I had written down the place. I didn't. Anyway, it was a place just north of the port that looked amazing. It was a resort, so maybe that's it. So for the earlier question, that's the Facebook group there for the anybody that goes out of Long Beach on the Radiance, Panorama, Miracle, and eventually the Firenze. So feel free to join that. Have you done the best top 10 of Ensenada shore excursions? Did you enjoy it? Tammy, I'm going to come back to that question. And this is the Facebook group for the Ensenada cruisers, if you want to join that. So again, those links are there. Okay, Tammy. So this was one when I first went out to Ensenada, my first cruise back in January of last year. And I wanted to do this. I read the reviews. They didn't, it didn't encourage me, I should say, to want to book it, especially at the cost, especially when you could do it through third parties that I've learned now at a much cheaper rate. And then having people go on it and kind of just saying, it was okay. It wasn't like, wow, something. So to me, if I did something like that, and I'd have to ask Noe, actually, he's a new tour operator, third party, outside of Carnival that's operating there, just started a business. I don't know if he offers something like that. I know we've talked mainly about his Tacos, Brews, and Views tour, but if he did something like that, I would definitely probably use Noe for that than maybe the Carnival excursion, to be perfectly honest. Love bonsai sushi, seafood shack, lobster rolls, a must-have for sure. I enjoy the bonsai and seafood shack. Oh man, I love seafood shack. Okay, Andrew says, I'm parking my car at Long Beach. Is there a charge after coming back? Yes. So you'll park, and then when you leave, they'll charge you the $23 a day. So if you're on the 3-day, it's $69. If you're on the 4-day, it's $92. Ken says, we always go elsewhere for Carnival cruises, Florida and Texas, but we are in Arizona, so LA is so close. Any advantages or disadvantages out of Long Beach compared to elsewhere? So Ken, I too am in Arizona. I think I mentioned that earlier. Previously we used to do the Long Beach cruises, and then eventually both me and my wife were like, we'd like to try something different. So we did some out of Florida. We did the last one we did out of Galveston, Texas. So different ports, different ships, all that stuff. Honestly, if I had a choice, I would definitely do those other cruises over, because that's one of the things I'm hoping with the Firenze coming in and things like that. They start adding some more stuff. I'd love some Northern California routes, something like that. I mean, doing the Mexican Riviera over and over and doing the Ensenada over and over. I do it, I do the Ensenada one just because the Friday, Monday works for my work schedule. If I had a choice, I'd definitely do the Mexican Riviera cruise. But after a while, it's like, okay, I want to do something different. So advantage, it's close. So for us in Arizona, I drive to San Diego, hang out with my parents. Sometimes I'll like this trip, I'm actually going to stay at a hotel in Long Beach. So most of the times I stay with my parents in San Diego, hang out, see them, and then drive up in the morning. So that convenience of not having to fly. Like last year, I flew to Miami to go on the Horizon, and it was it was just different. Like I didn't realize how good I had it to be able just to throw my stuff in the car and just go, right? So I hope that helps answer your question, Ken. Do you know the hours of the Long Beach port parking or how early they open? You know what? This question was asked to me, and I think somebody that have been following me for a while know that I have friends that work at the Long Beach terminal, and I had asked them for the hours, and I need to follow back up with them and add that to my Long Beach terminal, like the port guide or whatever that I have. But I don't know the answer to that. I don't know that they're in here. I didn't see their names in the chat. So if you could please send me a message on Facebook and just remind me to ask that question again, and so I can get it added. But I know I asked that question. Somebody else had asked me, and I don't know if I got an answer back. So yeah, you know what? Again, I thank you, April. I think you're talking about the travel agent thing. Yeah, to me, it was more of a necessity for myself. I hate to sound selfish. It was really for me because it was an opportunity to get some good deals so I can continue to do this. It's not cheap, especially when I'm donating my money. My YouTube money has been donated to St. Jude and stuff, and maybe I need to start using some of that as well. It's not in my nature to be that way. I'm more of a giving person, but this is growing more and faster than I thought it would be. And so to continue with it and to do these cruises, and see, originally they were giving me all these cheap cruises. They were giving a lot of people cheap cruises, but now that they're filling up, those cheap cruises aren't coming. And so for me, especially rolling solo, and paying double occupancy, sometimes it's tough. So I got to find ways to continue to do this, continue providing the content for all of you without oh God, I'm going to catch hell. But I don't want to be doing Patreons and some of the other things that other YouTubers do. Please, I don't want another message from somebody. Why are you poo-pooing us? No, I'm not poo-pooing YouTubers. Everybody's doing this for different reasons. I'm just saying I don't want to go that route. I'd much rather try to find other ways to help supplement this habit of mine. So, all right, but thank you, April. Congratulations, you'll probably be a great TA. Thank you. You know what? Again, it'll be fun and something different, right? So, Honey's so down to earth person. He's exactly the same on YouTube and in person. Yeah, it was nice. Like, those that have met me, I know many of you met me. April and her family met me. And that's the whole thing. Somebody had sent me a message and said, please don't ever change. Don't be like some of these other YouTubers where, over time as they get bigger and this and that, the focus changes. Again, I'm not here to slam other YouTubers. Everybody does this for a reason, but I don't want that. That was the whole thing about moving into the travel agency thing and this and that. I don't want the dynamic between me and all of you to change, right? I want it to still be your friend, your trusted partner, right, in this thing. So that's what I want. Congratulations, Honey. Wishing my thank you, Carmen. I appreciate that. Thank you, cruising couple. Thank you, Dion. Sounds awesome. Thank you, Jessica. Honey's the same person you referred me to. I'll DM you about it. Thank you. The same person you referred me to. I'll DM you. Yeah, DM me. I'm not sure what we're talking about on that one. I got behind in the chat, so I'm trying to get caught up. Awesome. Just remember all of us for the great deals. Sounds good. Yeah, if I see anything that I can share with others, trust me, I will share it. This is not just about me. If I see some great deals, and I'll post them out there on my Facebook groups and or on my personal Facebook and share them with you for sure. Hey, speaking of people that I share stuff with, my buddy Evan, who I share a cabin with many times, and I'm sure he'll be very happy for me to be able to get some deals too. So he'll have to pay less on his end too. So what's up, buddy? Appreciate you being in here. All right, Dion, got to go. See you on Friday. Hopefully, Papa's gonna be here. I come. Nice, Dion. I'll see you Friday. We'll see you on the ship. Robert Pinsky, I like cruise director Marty on the Panorama better than Dion on the Radiance, although Dion was very talented. I think Marty was more personable. He walked around and talked to everyone. I haven't sailed with Marty. I've said this before. I haven't sailed with Marty as a cruise director. Just by coincidence, I'd sailed with him when he was a comedy club host on the Conquest, when I was on the Conquest in 2018. It was a great guy. I had a feeling. I have usually a pretty good gut of who I feel like is going to be a future cruise director. I had that feeling with him. I had that feeling with Lawrence, who was under Kindle Fire on the Vista. He now is a cruise director. I usually have a pretty good idea of like, hey, this person has the it factor. Those of you that cruise with Momo, don't be surprised on the Radiance. She's now on the Vista. She's on the Fun Squad, but don't be surprised if she's a future cruise director. So anyway, I like Dion. I don't have anything really bad to say about him. I enjoy him, but yeah, definitely different personalities, I'm sure. I'll have to look into what it entails for the top 10 tour, but as of now, my bread and butter is the Tacos, Brews, and Views. Hey, listen, yeah, of course, and I know you're booking that pretty often, so that's a good thing. But if anything changes, let me know, and I'll be happy to check that out. Robert, I really love the Havana cabin. Having that exclusive area is fantastic. The bartenders got to know us personally, and it was awesome. Yeah, the Havana cabins on those Vista class ships are top notch. From what I've heard on the Excel class ships, not so much. Are there canines at the terminal? Yes, there is actually somebody that was on this last cruise because somebody was questioning. I posted a picture of the sign that they had, and somebody's like, that's from a hotel, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, you're wrong. It's from the terminal. And somebody posted and said, here, honey, here, feel vindicated. It is from the terminal. And yes, there were dogs, and they sent me pictures. So yes, there were canines at the terminal, to answer your question. Hey, Adventures with Firm, thank you. I appreciate that. The parking structure doesn't close. Okay, good to know, Bam. Thank you. Robert, we are in Havana Cabin this April. Thanks, good to know. Nightbot. Only negative is that the jacuzzi wasn't hot enough, but probably that is ship wide. It was winter temp, so it was a bit cold. Yeah, somebody else mentioned that on the Radiance as well, that it's not as hot as typical, I guess, jacuzzis and stuff. So you are the reason my family and I love cruising, and I started my own travel YouTube channel. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's amazing to me when people. Oh wow, I'm actually almost caught up in the chats. It's amazing to me how many people. And again, this is not me trying to break my arm, patting myself on the back. How many people have told me because of your videos, it encouraged me to take my first cruise, encouraged me to go on a cruise solo, and encouraged me to try the Radiance, those type of things. And to me, man, that's all the things I need, right? It's not about the monetary compensation and this and that. It's about that I help somebody do something that they probably wouldn't have done, and I love cruising, and it shows. Those of you that have been following me a long time know how passionate I am about it. So, hello, Amy from Levine. From Levine, very nice. I'm in Peoria. I love your YouTube videos. They're very helpful. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you find them helpful, and welcome to the channel. Neighbor. Hey, honey, when's your next cruise on the East Coast? Oh, gosh, John, what's going on? Say hello to Nancy for me. John, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. If it happened, it would be a family cruise, but we have been talking about maybe doing, and please, guys, don't quote me on this, but we're thinking about doing the Panorama in July. That's so that my mom really wanted to do a family cruise with her, my dad, my sisters, and all that, which was something that we had planned for July of 2020, which obviously didn't happen. So we're actually planning a redo this July. So yeah, that we were going to go east and try one of the newer ships and stuff, but I want to do this. My mom's not getting any younger, and I thought this would be a good opportunity for us to do this big family cruise. Just so that's the plan. Maybe next year, we'll see. My 50th is actually next year. I do want to do, I did a birthday cruise last year on the Radiance. I'm doing a birthday cruise on the Radiance this year. And hopefully on the 50th, it'll be something bigger. I think I'd like to do something more than the Radiance. Nothing against the Radiance, but I'd like to do something more. So there's a good opportunity that my 50th birthday cruise would be maybe somewhere out of the East Coast. I just joined in, so I missed what you announced. Oh, I'll talk to you more about it offline, Ev. But so Amy and I, Amy, obviously. Amy and I have partnered up. I've now worked with her, I should say, in her travel agency business. So she added me to her company, and so I'll be taking. I just signed up today. I'll be taking classes and things like that to be certified to book cruises. And I'm going to start with Carnival, obviously, and then I'll do the others. So yep, that was the announcement. PJB Drills, are you allowed to bring vape pens? Are you talking about like just regular vape? I just want to be clear. If it's a marijuana vape, no. But if it's regular vape pens, I know people bring them on and use them up in the smoking sections. So, please do a Q&A soon as a process of becoming. Please do a Q&A soon on process of becoming a TA. Oh, that's a good one. I don't. Yeah, I might do a Q&A. I might do a little video. I'm not sure, but I didn't really think about that or consider that. But yeah, Jessica, I will definitely give that some consideration. It's a lot. I just signed up, but I know that there's a lot of courses and then tests that you got to take for each of the different cruise lines. Some of the cruise lines as an incentive, like I said, I know Princess will give you the ability to do a free cruise. I'll be honest with you, I know I kind of alluded to the fact that I might use that for Ensenada. Probably not, because you can actually use it for a much nicer, larger, you know what I mean, like a longer cruise and stuff. So I would probably use my Princess cruise for something a little bit more, you know, a little more than just going down to Ensenada. So, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Jessica. Thank you. Yes, dogs at the Galveston terminal 3 weeks ago when they're there. Yeah, well, you know, they put up that video, and again, I don't want to really kind of harp on this subject because it tends to be a little controversial, and I want to keep that stuff out. They're really pushing not only just the negative behavior that's been occurring on the cruise ships, but also the amount of marijuana usage. Let's be honest. Like most of you that have probably been on the Radiance have smelt it. Listen, what you do personally, that's up to you. That's not for me to judge. But when people can't sit on their own balconies, me also, this happened to me when I don't get balconies very often. I got 2 balconies because I got them for like $20 from Carnival, and I finally got to enjoy it. And what happened? My neighbor was out there smoking marijuana, and of course, by the time that those type of things get reported, and then they're going to come to investigate it and things like that. Anyway, you got to understand it's everybody's vacation as well. So anyway, like I said, I don't want to harp on this subject. So, Carnival's doing what they have to do to make sure that it's a good environment for everybody, So Robert Pinsky says the reason the Vista class Havana area is better is because it's at the after the ship instead of the front, much less wind and quieter area. Yeah, and I hear Robert, the pools and what I've seen in the videos, the pools are much nicer. Like the pools on the Excel class are really small compared to the Vista class. That's the other thing I've noticed. Myself bought her regular vape pen on board. Okay. Dang, you'll think they'll check if it's nicotine or THC. Listen, man, I don't want to go down this road, but there's a good chance those dogs will sniff them out. So if that's the way you want to start your cruise, that's on you. That's what I tell everybody. That a lot of times I'll get a private message with that question, and I just tell them, listen, that's on you. If that's what you want to do. And take the chance. Yes, please do a Q&A about the travel industry. If they have like an affiliate or referral program, thank you. Okay, we'll do for sure. Like I said, once I get to know more about it, I may make some little videos just talking about each of the little experiences, and then kind of go from there. I don't know that I would do a live Q&A because I don't know that it would interest everybody, but maybe like a little Facebook Live, maybe, or something like that. Or most likely like a Facebook Live for my. If you're not friends with me on Honey Beach Life, connect with me. If that's something of interest to you, connect with me on my Honey Beach Life Facebook account. Most likely that's where I would do a live session for that. And then again, like I said, if I did videos, they would just be like little YouTube videos talking about the experience. I read no Mary Jane or CBD, not even edibles. Gotcha. All right. Does the Radiance have a store on board if you forgot body wash, shampoo? They have they have body wash and shampoo in the cabins. So Andrew, if you watched any of my cabin tour videos, you'll see I always point it out when I go in the shower. When I go in the shower, I show you that there's body wash and there's shampoo, just no conditioner. So if you don't care about conditioner, you're good. And they'll continue to refill it if you end up using it, but it should be fine on a 3-day or 4-day. So, but to answer your question, they have a gift shop that has some limited stuff, but I can tell you it's super expensive. So try to bring what you can, even travel size things that you might need, any over-the-counter medications, things like that. Because even if they do have it, like somebody said that they were trying to get something for their tummy or whatever, and not only did they not have it in the gift shop, they didn't even have it in the down in the medical unit down in deck 0. So just keep that in mind. I saw the dogs and they didn't bother me at all. I guess they were concerned that the experience on the ship was going to pot. Yeah. How does the art auction work? Is there a minimum start bid? That's a good question. I don't attend the art auctions unless somebody else knows. I don't know. Sorry, man. I don't know the answer to that one. But when you get on the ship, the art auction people will be on the Radiance over by Red Frog Pub on the first day, on embarkation day. If you're walking from the casino towards like the back of the ship and you're going towards the Red Frog Pub, just before you get to the Red Frog Pub, you'll see the art auction people standing there, and you can ask them. They'll take away CBD products as well. Yep. Don't forget you can order items and have them shipped to the Amazon locker at the terminal port. Yeah, that's definitely an option for sure. Got it. Thanks. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, like I said, Andrew, those things are available. But if there's, I highly suggest bringing your own first aid kit. My sister and I, we're a walking pharmacy. Yeah, and they have those ones on Amazon. Those little baggies that have all kinds of little stuff. And again, if you get it from if you get it from the gift shop, you're going to pay an arm and a leg. If you have to go down to the medical unit, you're going to pay even more. Again, in this case, I was really surprised that this person said that they didn't have that. So one other thing that if you can wait, there's a drugstore in Catalina where you can buy essentials. Right. I mean, if you don't need it right away, yeah, you can definitely get it in Catalina or in Ensenada as well, for sure. So one of the things I wanted to mention, there's some people that said I've heard this from a few people, that they weren't able to chat. I just wanted to point out, just so they can see, this is the area, and this is just my screen here, but if you could see on the right side, this is where you would chat. So, oh gosh, it's going to go into this weird funky mode. But so you can see this chat over here on the right side, and down here where it says chat publicly, that's where you would do the chatting. So those of you that said I wasn't able to chat with you or those kind of things, that's where, if you're not seeing that and you're watching now or replay, won't matter. But if you're watching right now and you're not able to chat, just take a screenshot of your screen and send it to me. On Facebook Messenger or whatever, so I could see what you're seeing. But that's what you should see, is what I just showed there, and you're able to just type in the chat there. All right. Terry says if you can wait, okay, we got that one. Make sure to bring non-drowsy motion sickness pills, Advil, Tylenol, Benadryl, Tums, Band-Aids, get the insurance. Yeah, and the other thing I wanted to mention on those, somebody was asking me on the motion sickness pills. They take them before you need them. I mean, by the time you need them, it's too late, right? So if you feel like you're gonna get drowsy or get motion sickness and all that, just take it preemptively. Don't wait till that you get sick, because then it's kind of too late. So just a little heads up on that. Bob says, does medication have to be in an unopened box, or can you have pills just in a container? Before, when I would take my pills, I would have them in a pill box. It's suggested, if you could, just take a picture, if nothing else. So if you don't want to if you have a bunch or whatever, take a picture of your prescription bottle and have it with you on your phone in case you're questioned. I don't know. I have not heard of anybody being questioned, but it's kind of like somebody was asking about whether or not they need to bring their marriage certificate with them. So the people, my friends at the port, said, it's normally not asked, but it wouldn't hurt to bring it with you just in case, that kind of thing. So, have you ever cruised out of San Francisco, Jessica? I have not cruised out of San Francisco. Nope. Just Long Beach. Out of California, just Long Beach. And then, of course, Galveston and Fort Lauderdale and Miami in the past. Is there a restriction on the size of hygienic products like the airplane restrictions? To get on the of course, on the airplane, yes, as you said, alluded to. But on the cruise ship, no. People will bring full, large shampoo bottles and conditioner and hair products and things like that. So no, for the cruise ship in your bag, no, there's no restrictions. Yes, that's true, Carmen. You have to be subscribed. And the reason why I do that, and again, I don't want, like I've always said, like somebody was like, oh, you're trying to make me pay to watch your YouTube video. No, first of all, to subscribe, you're not paying to subscribe. And two, feel free to unsubscribe. If you felt like you had to subscribe and didn't want to subscribe just so you can chat, feel free to unsubscribe. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I do that to protect the integrity of the chat. When I wasn't before, for those of you that have been watching my live shows for a long time, a lot of these scammers will come in here, and they're usually these adult sites that say some really rude and obnoxious things. So, and this was what somebody had told me to do. Hey, to keep them out, do the subscribe option. And as you can see, those of you that attend my lives for a while, that doesn't occur anymore. So again, for anybody that thinks that you have to pay to subscribe, that's false. That's fake news. That's not true. You don't have to pay to subscribe. And B, if you felt like you just subscribed to chat and don't want to stay subscribed, please, I don't feel like you have to stay subscribed. So just to put that out there for anybody that may see this on replay too. So, all right, I haven't been on a Royal Caribbean cruise before. Miami is a port typically really crowded. Sorry, this particular live key to Vegas is regarding the Radiance, Ensenada, and Long Beach cruise terminal. I don't know. I've never been on a Royal Caribbean cruise, and definitely not out of Miami. So I'm sorry, I can't answer that question for you. You can also get C-band bracelets as well. That's right, for motion sickness. Bring ginger essential oil. Just smelling it will help you feel better quickly. Somebody mentioned something about the ginger oil. I did tell somebody, I can't remember who it was. Also consider like those ginger chews. Before, like a while back or years ago, I used to have a lot of stomach issues and stuff, and I used to use those ginger chews a lot to help me. So just something else to consider, especially if you don't mind the taste of ginger. I like it, and I kind of enjoyed it. So ginger chews, green apples when you're on the ship, grab a green apple or 2 or 3 as well. So April says, I would suggest taking photos of your medication bottles and print them out, have a photo of it on your phone. Yep, absolutely. You're welcome, ma'am. Now on the cruise ship, you can bring full-sized bottles. Yep, I'm from Vegas. Opinions on a room on level 8 with an extended balcony in the promenade area. I've stayed on deck 8, and that was when I had one of those balconies I mentioned, and but it wasn't an extended balcony. I can tell you that much. I liked it. I can't speak to an extended balcony, but the balcony I had, it was really nice. I liked that my deck 8 cabin was right in the middle of the ship by the atrium elevator. Somebody was asking me earlier on Facebook, is it a terrible experience to be by the elevators or under the casino or under the Lido deck? And my answer to them, and my answer to anybody that has that question is, yes, if you go to bed early, absolutely, unless you wear earplugs or one of those. Like if you're like my wife puts her head on the pillow and she's out, and it won't really matter to her. For me, I stay out late. By the time I go to bed, everything's pretty much wrapping up. So I don't have that issue personally. But again, I know a lot of people do go to bed early. I'm not an early bird. I don't wake up early, but a lot of people go to bed early and wake up early. So I would say for that. But I enjoyed my balcony cabin on deck 8. Ginger candies are great as well. Yep. Hi, Kelly. Hi. When you go this week on your cruise, could you see if Fast as the Fun really gets on the cruise quickly? And if their luggage is sent to their rooms quicker than regular luggage, could you record the hotel? Okay, so a lot. Okay. I don't have Faster the Fun, and my buddy Evan, who's going to be with me, got Faster the Fun last time, and maybe he can speak to it if he's still in here. But he did get he boarded. He got on the cruise ship quickly in the sense that they boarded right after the other priority boarding, right after Diamond, Platinum, Suites, wedding guests, things like that. And then it's Faster the Fun, then general boarding. So I can answer that for you, yes. If their luggage is sent to their rooms quicker, honestly, not even us as Platinum, Diamond, etc., got our luggages quicker. They're just getting behind. So yeah, you do have the ability to go drop your stuff off if you bring your luggage on or bring carry-on on. You do have the option, like a Platinum and Diamond member, to go drop your stuff and leave the room. But as far as getting it sooner, I can tell you for almost a fact that even the Platinum, Diamond, etc., are not getting them that quickly. But typically we would. And the hotel, I think you're talking about the one that we're staying in, the Hampton Inn in Seal Beach. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do that. I don't know if Evan's in here, but Evan, remind me to do that. But most likely I will. Do you feel choppy waves on the ship? Hey, this is an interesting question. So I was mentioning that the weather earlier, that the weather and the seas have been really kind of crazy these last few months. Because I don't remember it when I cruised this time of year last year. I don't remember it being like this. I don't know what's happening. But with that said, my January, was it my January now or December? I think it was my January 6th cruise, maybe my December cruise. Anyway, it was the first time I really felt so much movement on the ship. And it was weird because I usually have pretty good sea legs. Even when I got off the ship, I kind of still felt that movement that I've heard other people complain about. And all of my 23 cruises now, I've never experienced that. Yeah, 23. Wow. Next week will be 24, and then I hit my milestone, my 25 milestone in March. But anyway, yeah, I'd never experienced that. That was the first time, and I want to say it was this last cruise, the January cruise. So just kind of be prepared for that, and that's why I mentioned the motion sickness stuff. Debbie says, how far is the Scooter Around rental place from the drop-off at Long Beach? It's actually very close. So where you get dropped off, there's like a sidewalk area that you're going to go across. You're going to see the porters and the elevator. So if you're walking to the terminal from the parking structure behind your back, to your right, you're going to see the elevator banks, or the elevators, and then the porter table sitting right there. Soon, there's like a little driveway. You just go across that driveway, and scoot around is going to be right there on your left-hand side. So not very far from the drop-off area. Is the promenade area allowed? Yeah, during regular hours when things are going on, absolutely, it can be pretty loud. And if you're going to be by the elevators, again, I can. Here's the thing. Like, another thing that you have to just kind of be aware of. People, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but it's the truth. In reality, they're not, especially on these party cruises, right? On these 3-day cruises, they're very loud. They're yelling down the hallways at all hours of the day and morning and things like that. Nobody's taking into consideration that, hey, there might be people sleeping and stuff like that. It is what it is, right? So just be aware that if you're a light sleeper and like that, bring some earplugs. That's the best thing I can tell you, because even in the off hours, like, again, I like to stay up late, but I also sleep in, especially on a sea day. I used to sleep in, and I usually get woken up to people screaming down the hallway, hey, wait for me, hey, let's go, where are we going, where are we eating, screaming in the hallway. Okay, that's fine, that's part of the thing. So it is what it is, right? I should probably bring some earplugs for the morning time. I do use my fan to create some white noise to help with that as well. So can you feel the waves a lot on level 8? Not typically. I know definitely the lower levels, you feel it less. I can tell you that for sure, and you can feel it more. Again, when I had the cabins on deck 8, we didn't have the weather and the sea conditions that we're having now. So you're probably going to feel it on those higher levels more so now than you would on lower levels. Robert says, I did faster the fun. I got on the ship after the Diamond Suites and Platinums. Faster, yes. Luggage, we got it at 6 p.m. It got lost. Well, that's a much different situation when it gets lost. But I just noticed, and I said this last time I did a live show, I usually will throw stuff that I bring with me to the meet and greet. I put them in my check bag instead of carrying them with me in my carry-on. And but then my bag wasn't there before I usually do a meet and greet at 3 p.m. and it wasn't there even at 3 p.m. So just keep that in mind. But at least we got them. Yeah, that's true. At least you got them. Hey, Lucky Bear, welcome in. First-time cruisers, you can bring a bottle of 750 milliliter wine or champagne in your carry-on. Limit 1. Yep, 1 per adult. Make sure it's in your carry-on, as April said, for sure. Mid-January was rocking on the Radiance, says Terry. Yeah, I'm almost positive it was the January 6th cruise, now that I think about it, where, like I said, I definitely felt it more than anything. Jessica says, last week waves were very choppy. I was on Miracle, though. The boat was rocking a lot. Yeah, I'm telling you, the waters have been really, really weird here lately. So glad to catch live again. Glad to have you here. I went on a cruise in the mid-2000s and it was really rocky, so it does happen sometimes. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, just this last one I went to in January, and from what I'm seeing from other people, it's been more of a regular occurrence. I haven't felt too much choppiness in the last couple of years. Lido is the loudest deck, in my opinion. Yeah, the Lido deck definitely gets to be yeah. That's actually, Am. That's very, very good comparison. Very much like what you would see in a college dorm. Yeah, or here in a college dorm in certain cases. So with Fast and the Fun, we can do the muster and then go to our room and drop off our luggage. Yeah, or before, like if you want to just run and drop it off and then go do the muster, but try to get that muster done as soon as possible. But yes. Looking forward to a week-long Panorama adventure, March 11th through 18th with Lucky Bear. Very nice. Yeah, I can't wait to go back on the Panorama. Beach Life, thanks for the live. I have to log off and tend to my kiddos. If anyone has any Ensenada questions, join the group and reach out to me. Good night. Thank you, Noe. I appreciate it. And the group he's referring to is my Ensenada Cruisers group. He's in there. Very helpful. He and his wife are very helpful in answering many questions in there. So, yes, absolutely. Where's your meet and greet and what day? Katrina, it is at the Red Frog Pub on embarkation day, which is Friday, and 3 p.m. Red Frog Pub, yeah, on embarkation day on that Friday. And then I'm doing a Barcroft, if you have any interest. The following day, we're going to meet at the Alchemy Bar. It's not open, but we're going to meet at 2 p.m. I think is when it is. Yeah, 2 p.m. And just kind of stage there, and then our first bar would usually be the Red Frog Pub, and kind of work our way from there. So April says I would say caution. Yeah, definitely. Miracle was nice when we went last year. All fun, awesome. And does the bottom wine interfere with the 12 cans of drink? That one? No, you can bring the 12 cans of soda, whatever, and also the bottle of wine. So yep, no problem there. And with the 12 cans of soda, if you have young under 21 people with you, they can carry as well. So, Deported, is your Facebook name same as your YouTube handle? So, no, his Facebook name is Noe. It's like Noe Benitez Cejas, Ceja, April. Okay, we can close that out. All right, so we are coming up on 9 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Pacific time. So I am going to get ready to wrap up. Let me just make sure there's no other outstanding questions. Difference between the different cruise ships, Radiance, Miracle, etc. So I haven't been on the Miracle, as I stated earlier. I've been on the Panorama. So Miracle is definitely an older ship. It's part of the Spirit class. Definitely part of the old school designs that they had. Like I think they have and it's very eccentric. They have the Alice in Wonderland theme and things like that. So definitely a different style ship. The Radiance used to be part of the Conquest class. So if you've been on a Conquest class ship, it's similar to that. It's now part of the Sunshine class. So and then the Panorama is part of the Vista class, a much larger ship, newer ship, and has a lot more amenities, different restaurants and things like that. So it really depends on what you're looking for there. So they're all kind of different in their own different ways, different itineraries, at least definitely for the Panorama going to the Mexican Riviera versus the Radiance that does the Ensenada and Catalina. And the Miracle does Ensenada, does Ensenada and Cabo, it does Hawaii, it does Alaska. So it does a lot of different itineraries. What does the Radiance serve? Coke or Pepsi products? All across the Carnival fleet, it is Pepsi products. You can bring your own. I'm particular to my Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, so I bring those with me. I'll sometimes bring a mix because I like the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Cherry, Coke Zero Cherry Sugar. So I'll do a mix of all four of them. Those are usually my go-tos, and I usually have my little charger cooler. It's too far away to get to, and I put them all in there and I bring them with me, 12-pack. So Miracle's a beautiful ship. Could you push your itinerary for your pub call? I'd love to do one. Itinerary. I can send you. Just remind me. Send me a message so I don't forget. I take it you've probably seen my bar crawl video. If you haven't, there's some good information in that. But I can just send me a message and I'll send you what 5 bars we go to and what 5 shots we usually do, and you can tweak it from there. Hey, good night. Heading out on the Navigator in the morning. Oh, awesome. I look forward to seeing some pictures and videos from that. So thank you and good night. I think it's Pepsi products. Yeah, it's definitely Pepsi products for sure. Think of Miracle as old Las Vegas. Yeah, that's true. Like downtown. And Miracle's like downtown Vegas. Well, not old Vegas. I meant Las. Yeah, that's a good comparison. The Miracle would be like old Vegas, and then Pepsi products. Yep, thumbs up. Does the Radiance host a dress up night? They do. All the ships have it. So on the Radiance, on the 4-day cruise, it is Tuesday evening, and on the 3-day cruise, it's Saturday evening. And that's they switched it from formal night to elegant evening, just because it's not as formal as it used to be, and people dress down more than they used to before. So, but yes, there's still people that dress up. They'll see people in tuxedos, ball gowns and things like that. So it's definitely up to you how dressy or not dressy you want to be. After a few alcoholic drinks, you won't even care if it's Coke or Pepsi, right? Have a great night. Thank you. You too, Jessica. I appreciate you being here. Does a 12-pack of soda have to be unopened? No, it's fine. It could be, like I said, I didn't like the carton is really hard to maneuver. So one time it started ripping on me. So I ended up just taking the cans and putting them in my backpack. No issues. And I checked to make sure, does it have to be in the carton? With my contacts at the terminal, they said, no, don't worry about it. So that's when I had the idea of like, oh, why don't I just put them in like a little cooler? So hang on, let me grab it, show you. This. So I just put it in this. Yep. Yeah, I put my 12 that I bring with me. So sorry, all you Charger haters. I know there's a lot of Raider fans that follow my channel, but that's yeah. So that's what I bring. But can you bring your own water? 12 pack of water. You can, not plastic bottles. If you find 12-ounce cans of water, you can bring them. And if you or like the paper carton ones, but not plastic bottles. No. We got the boozy package. There you go. Yes, every cruise has formal dinner night. Elegant, yet. LOL, old Las Vegas. Yeah, that's what I feel like with Miracle. The Miracle, really, right? April, isn't it? Elegant night is the second night of 3-day cruise. Yep. Good night, honey. Thanks for the great information. As always, looking forward to your new videos next week. Yeah, I'll start filming them obviously over the weekend, and then I'll start putting them out the following week after that. I kind of like we'll go through them and start the editing process and start releasing them shortly after. So yep, definitely stay tuned for those. Hopefully, again, weather permitting, we get the soda package and enjoy the fun times. Yeah, my buddy will get the soda package too. He just, but recently he's been talking about bringing his own in the cooler as well, because he wants to bring, like, Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar and different things. He kind of gets tired of the same old options. Bring the mini 12 packs. Yeah, that's also an option. The mini sodas. Thanks, Hunter, for all the good sharing, all the good info. Always so helpful to new and repeat cruisers. Always, man. Always. My pleasure. No Chargers. Go Bears. Oh man. All right, that's fair. I know. Listen, when you're a Charger fan, you're used to abuse, right? That's all right. Can you bring a wagon on board to carry your items? Somebody had asked that question. I don't remember what the answer is. Like, we have one of those. I'm guessing that's maybe what you're referring to. One of those little fold-up wagon thingies. I think you can. I don't want to say for sure. You know what? I don't know if you're on Facebook or not. Send me a message to ask my friends. Normally they'll come to the lives. I know one of them is in Disneyland, so I know she couldn't make it. But send me a message if you're not on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. If you're connecting with me on any social media, send me a message just so I can remember, and I'll send them the message to get an answer for you. We have the 12-pack water delivered to our room on the longer cruises. Yeah, a lot of people will just order it, even though the price went up, but it's still not too bad. Glad to see you got some moderators now. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Yeah, I have April in here helping me out. She moderates in my Facebook groups, and so it's just nice to have her in here, just to have some consistency as well. And Gold gets a free larger bottle of water, certain pickup locations, so sometimes for the shorter cruises. That's fine. Yep, agreed. What's the soda package? So there's the hey, Marcel. I hope I'm saying your name right. Soda package. So there's the Cheers package, which covers the alcohol plus soda and all that stuff. And there's a soda pack, which is the Bubbles package. And that allows you to get unlimited sodas throughout the cruise as well. So yeah, I can't remember the price on it. I could look real quick, but yeah. So there's the Cheers package, which covers alcohol, soda, water, Monster energy drinks, coffee, everything, which is all that. And then there's a Bubbles package that just covers soda. Hey, honey, please keep us posted for Q&A about your new TA adventure. We'll do, April. Like I said, most likely that stuff I'm gonna do through my Honey Beach Life Facebook, and I'll just try to keep it on there. Again, I just don't want that stigma. Like, I'll make announcements and message, like if there's a promotion or something like that going on, of course I'll share it out to everybody. But I kind of want to try to, as much as I can, keep the two separate. Just again, I just want to avoid some of the Bears fans get abused as well. Yeah, I hear you. We bring a folding luggage cart last 2 cruises. Not sure about the wagon. Gotcha. Hi, everyone. Well, Lucky Bear and I are glad to help if you need any more assistance. Okay, I appreciate that. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much. Thanks for being there to help us be more prepared. Hey, I appreciate all of you following and being here. Robert, I know I've been seeing you a lot in the lives, and I appreciate that. And thank you for following along. If you prepay your tip, should you also tip in cash on board? Okay, we'll end on this question because it's always I see another one coming in. Okay, if you prepay your tip, should you also tip in cash on board? I do. So I know others do, but listen, everybody's income levels, everybody's budget levels, and things like that are different. And I respect that and I understand that. So some people will go and they budgeted just enough to do this vacation, are not as fortunate to be able to do it, regularly because of costs and stuff. So I would say whatever you can within your means. If you want to tip extra, absolutely try to. Again, I do personally. That's just me. I will tip the outside of the regular, like when I go to my specialty restaurants, or if I'm at a bar, or things like that, and certain bartenders that I've gotten to know very well, things like that. So again, just it's really up to you, but you don't have to. But I do. I bring cash and tip directly to people that I want to on board. Cheers package equals the happy cruise package. Yeah, absolutely. Does every adult in the room have to purchase a bubbles package like the requirement with it? No, no. Just the cheers package has that adult requirement. So if you're an adult and a child in the room, then you don't need to, obviously. Because some people ask, well, if I purchase the cheers package and I have a child in my room, do I have to purchase the bubbles package? No, I just want to answer that as well. So no, you don't. If you just want to get the bubbles package for yourself or one other person, not everybody's forced to have it like on the cheers package, or every adult in the cheers package. I do both. The prepaid tips are spread about a bit, so I feel better adding more in cash to those who I know have worked hard personally for me. Yeah, I agree, and that's exactly why I feel like I always bring like ones and fives and try to tip accordingly throughout the cruise with that, and not just there, and in Ensenada as well. So for me personally, I always tip in cash. I prepay and tip as well. Yeah, because they'll add the gratuity to your check, or the slip that you sign, and then I won't add my tip to that. I just give them the cash directly. Thanks for your live sessions. We appreciate you and the time you spend to help us newbies. Have a wonderful cruise. Thank you. I have no problem doing it. I enjoy it, and I'll do a recap of my cruise when I come back for sure. So look for that. No, not the same as Bubbles Cheers. It's best not to prepay the tip and just tip in cash on board. No, no, because that prepaying of the tip or getting billed later on covers a lot more people behind the scenes that are not going to be part of people you tip in cash on board. So I would keep that prepaid gratuity. And again, if you just leave it at that, that's fine. Do not take that away, please, because that takes away from people that are going to get it that you won't see. But if you want to tip on top of that, feel free to do so. But yeah, if you're going to do one or the other, keep the prepaid. Hi, April. What time is check-in, and can you go to your room early? So check-in, so 2 weeks before your cruise, you'll do your online check-in, and that's when you pick your appointment time and for your check-in at the terminal. So like usually I will pick the 10 a.m. to 10:30 slot. And can you go to your room early? If you're platinum, diamond, suite, or faster the fun guest, you can just go to drop your stuff off. You cannot stay there or linger in the hallways because they're still getting the rooms ready. You can drop your stuff off and leave, but that's only, again, if you're a priority guest, which is platinum, diamond, suite, or faster the fun guest. The rooms will be available at 1:30 p.m. On the Radiance. I'm assuming that's what we're talking about here. 3 adults in one room. Can they all bring wine, or is it 2-bottle max? Nope. Each adult can bring their own bottle with them. All adults can bring one bottle, one per adult. Yep. We're prepaying the gratuity and tipping cash. Very good. 1:30 rooms will be available. Yep. Anyone here ever cruise with a person who has autism? I'm trying to think if there's anybody here that I know, but I'll let them speak for themselves. Does the Radiance accept cash, or how do you pay for items? So, Andrew, you use a sales line card to pay for all your items on the cruise ship. So the cash that we've been talking about usually are for tips that people would bring cash for, or using in ports, or in the casino. I always tell people I highly recommend, if you're going to play in the casino, use cash. I've made the mistake of billing to my room or charging to my room a few times, and not a good thing. So I would definitely encourage you to use cash in the casino. But other than that, everything gets billed to your sales line card. Yes, each adult can bring their own bottle with them. Yes, my 16-year-old is autistic. That's right, April. That's right. Okay, so I don't know who was it that was asking that question. Oh, at the AM tips or advice. Okay, I'll let you guys. April, I'll let you give any tips or advice on that. So I will do my wrap up as you're chatting answering AM there, April. So again, as I wrap this live up, I thank you all that were able to make it this evening. So again, I'll be going on the Radiance Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and coming back Monday. So during that cruise, I'll definitely be filming more videos and stuff. So if you're part of the channel, look for new videos. If you're watching this on the replay or not, and are looking forward to maybe some more informational videos and things like that, that's what I do here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and look for those videos coming up. I'll also do another live session like this when I come back to help answer any questions. This will be my first time cruising with Alex, the cruise director. He's only going to be on until March 10th, but any questions about Alex, the cruise director, I'll be happy to answer. That's pretty much it. So thank you again. Yeah, that's a good idea, April. Yeah. So AM, yeah, if you want to just reach out to her that way, that would be great. She's given her information there. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Andrew. Good night, Eric. Thanks for being here, bud. I am platinum, Robert. I made platinum last May. So now I'm on that long grind to diamond, which will probably take forever. I'll hit I think I just mentioned that earlier. I'll hit my 25 cruise milestone on my March 24th cruise. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I made platinum last May. Okay, thank you. I'll find you. Okay. Hey, Amethyst Hayes, appreciate you being here. We're just getting ready to wrap up. Good night, Mary. Alex is great. Oh, Terry, that's right. You cruise with him. Okay, good deal. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, as Lisa. Thanks for moderating. Absolutely. Awesome. Not platinum. I'm first time cruiser this fall. Good night, everybody. Thank you. You're welcome, April. Thank you for all your help, as always. You're welcome, AM, very much. Thank you, everyone. You have so much anxiety for me. Yeah, absolutely. I can't remember if you mentioned when your cruise is. I apologize, I forgot. But again, just stay tuned to the channel. I put out a lot of videos, or go check them out if you haven't already. And then just look for my next live when I come back to help to continue. I try to do these as often as I can. I've been doing them with the dates have changed, or the days have changed depending on my schedule. But yeah, look forward to them. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you.